The Imperial Starport was not a place for uninvited guests. It was the beating heart of the Galactic Empire, military, trade and diplomatic power wrapped into one massive orbital citadel. Hundreds of species bustled along its gleaming corridors, each one showing the rigid posture of those who understood their place in the Emperor's hierarchy. So when the battered, smoke-scorched Terran freighter Wayfarer's Luck limped into Docking Bay 7 without clearance, the entire station went into armed lockdown. Imperial Enforcer Keepers swarmed the landing pad, their armor reflecting the cold light of the hangar, weapons primed. The ship's ramp groaned open. Out walked humans. The first one, a tall woman with a scar across her jaw, looked around at the squad of heavily armed soldiers like she'd just walked into a mildly inconvenient traffic stop. The second, a broad-shouldered man in an oil-stained jacket, took a deep breath and muttered, "Smells better than the last war zone." The soldiers exchanged nervous glances. Normally, outsiders stammered, groveled or fainted when confronted by Imperial firepower. These newcomers just looked bored. "Identify yourselves," barked the keeper captain. The scarred woman tilted her head. Yeah, we're lost." The word lost rippled through the translator network like static. Getting lost in deep space was one thing, but drifting into Imperial core territory, that was supposed to be a death sentence. Instead of fear, the humans looked around with casual curiosity. They wandered past the armed line, peering at alien equipment like tourists at a street market. The captain stiffened. "You have trespassed into the domain of the Emperor. You will surrender for questioning." The broad man grinned. "Questioning? Oh good. Been a while since someone fed us." It was the first time in years an Imperial arrest team didn't know whether to point their guns or take a step back. They were taken to an interrogation chamber, more of a throne room for intimidation than a place for actual conversation. High above them, the Imperial governor for the sector sat, his massive eyes narrowing as he took in the humans. "You do not appear afraid," he said slowly, his voice echoing through the vaulted chamber. The scarred woman shrugged. "Afraid of what? Big room? Fancy chair? Had worse in the Navy mess hall." The governor's frills twitched in irritation. "Do you have any idea where you are?" The man scratched his chin. "Sure, some kind of empire, lotta rules, lotta soldiers, seen worse." The words "seen worse" seemed to gnaw at the governor's mind. Worse than the Galactic Empire, worse than a fleet that had crushed entire civilizations. What could be worse? He demanded. The humans shared a look. The woman's tone softened. "You ever been on Earth, Governor? Jungle at night. Ocean storm in a lifeboat. City riot when the power's been out 3 weeks." The man chuckled. "Or when you're 20 meters underwater and realize the thing brushing your leg isn't seaweed." A long silence filled the chamber. Finally, the governor leaned back. For the first time in centuries, he didn't feel in control of a conversation. "You may go, but I will be watching." The humans nodded, as if they'd just been excused from a coffee shop. As they left, an aide whispered to the governor, They weren't lying, sir. Humanity's homeworld is—" "I know," the governor interrupted quietly. "Now I understand why they are not afraid.